So Anthropic has released a list of really interesting updates for the agentic tool calling that not a lot of people are talking about or pay attention to. But I think it is a really big deal if you are building agents, particularly for long-running and complex tasks. And this is what I want to talk you through today. What it is and how can you apply to your agent. So what Anthropic here has, I can almost consider as tool calling 2.0. If you're not familiar with tool calling concept, tool calling is the foundation of agents. It transforms large language model from outputting pure text to outputting a specific JSON that can be used to invoke any API or functions. So that enables large language model to take actions in real world. And the mechanism of tool calling or function calling hasn't been really changed for the past 2 years. Basically, you will give large language model a list of 2 definitions. It has title, name, description, and most importantly, the parameters that agent need to generate to run this function. Then when user asking agent question like what's the weather in Paris, it will send both the user question to schema to the large language model, which will return a tool call text looks something like this, where the model decides to call getWeather function with param Paris. Then on the server side, we will run the function with this specific param, get a response, and then send all the previous message plus this new tool response back to the model. And in the end, the model return a synthesized message. So when you look at this process, it's actually kind of manual and basic, but because everything is happening automatically, it feels kind of magical. This is exactly what is happening when you message your cloud bot and it is showing typing. Behind the scenes, it's doing this ping pong round trip to decide what tool to call, output the params, run the function, get a response back, decide the next step. But this tool call concept we introduced 2 years ago also has a lot of problems and limitations. The biggest issue is efficiency. So for more complex tasks where agent will run multiple different tools in a row, we're basically purely relying on large language model to generate the parameters for each function. And this can lead to some non-deterministic behavior as well as loads of wastes in the token context window. And let's just take one basic example. Let's say your agent has access to a list of Gmail related tools and you ask it, what are all the emails we have from Bob in my Gmail inbox? What happens is agent will firstly try to call the function search email with parameters Bob, which can return a list of different email IDs because that's how their API endpoint works. Then to get each email, agent will need to run read email tool with ID 1, then do it again for the other email ID, repeat multiple times until it gets all the information. And here we are relying on large language model to regenerate the ID exactly the same. And also some of tool MCP, their response result is gigantic. Like for the search email function, it will return us a huge amount of metadata that we don't really need, even though we just need the ID to be able to invoke the next function. But all those information just stay and eat up our context window unnecessarily. And this type of situation can get even worse in some other situation where the function tool call param is actually complicated. Let's say you give your agent a task to write a blog about AI news, and it can run the web search first, which return a list of URL. And for each URL, it will run the web fetch tool, which will return HTML alongside a whole bunch of noise in the HTML as well. And in the end, if you have a specialized tool to write blog where it will take raw content and output a well-written blog, then large language model will need to manually recreate all the raw content from each web fetch function to pass into this write blog tool. And this is going to be very expensive and with a whole bunch of tokens unnecessarily. And this problem is not going to be solved by just having model with bigger context window, because even though today's modern model has a 1 million context window, the actual effective context window is just somewhere between 128K to 200K. So you almost always want to optimize what goes into the context window. And this is what Anthropic's new advanced tool call release is so interesting. They released a list of different improvements to its tool call capability to solve exactly this problem. And I will talk you through one by one. Firstly, let's talk about programmatic tool calling. This is one of the most important release here. The main idea here is very similar to a paper called executable code actions. So instead of using large language model to be the glue to take a response from one action and passing to the next action, what if we can just give a model environment where it can access any tools the agent has access to and just let a large language model to output a piece of code to run multiple different functions. It will know how to use code to passing the result from one function to the other. It can even use things like for loop, conditional pass to achieve more complicated workflow in a very deterministic and token efficient way. And this paper was released when we were still on like GPT-4 era, but the improvement of tool use was already significant. And Cloudflare also had something similar released last year called Code Mode. They found that large language model is much better at writing code rather than outputting JSON like this for calling the tool. So getting large language model to perform tasks with tool calling is almost putting Shakespeare through a month-long class in Mandarin and then ask him to write a play. So their point of view is that large language model is just going to be so much better at writing code rather than outputting JSON and reasoning about it, deciding the next step. So they also have code mode where it has function to convert any MCP to a TypeScript so the agent can write a code to evoke those MCP tools. And this Anthropic programmatic tool calling is exactly the same concept. So instead of just getting model to run one tool call at a time, see the response, and decide to the next action, they can just get a model have access in an environment they have direct access to all the MCP tools. Then the model can just write a piece of code like this to invoke those MCP tools, so that they can contain a whole bunch of noise and the context within the function rather than exposed in the context window. And in their experimentation, they compare two methods side by side to get the same model perform some puzzle resolving tasks. And you can see the context window of programmatic tool call is so much smaller than the traditional tool call. And Ops 4.5 is able to proceed much further on this task completion compared with the previous one. And the way they design this make it very easy for you to enable programmatic tool calling in your existing agent setup without restructuring the whole agent orchestration. All you need to do is in your large language model response, making sure you include this code execution function. So code execution function is a sandbox where agent will use to write and execute the code. Then for each tool that you pass into the large language model, you can pass this new param called allowed caller. Pass this code execution 2026-0120 as one of the callers here. With this, the programmatic tool call is already automatically activated. It will firstly return a response look like this. So when you pass a large language model a function for query database, with the request, query customer purchase history from the last quarter and identify the top 5 customers by revenue. Large language model will firstly return a response of a piece of code that it written, and inside this code you can see it will try to call this function with certain param, as well as another one with tool use for this function and the input param. So you can take out this response by filtering out all the tool use and caller to do the actual database query. And once finished, you can send back all the past conversation history with a new user message of the tool response. Then the large language model will just take your new tool result, feeding back to the piece of code written before, run it, get a response, and synthesize it, and in the end, get a final response back. So the change on your agent side is fairly minimum. All you need to do is just adding this code execution tool alongside allowed caller param for the functions, and update your agent runtime to be able to extract those type of tool use. And this comes with a bunch of benefits. Because with code, large language model can use for loop to just batch processing tasks that can be ran in parallel. And you can also use conditional loop to set up some more complex structure, as well as some deterministic filtering to making sure only relevant information are returned. It fundamentally reduces all the model round trip to just minimum amount of large language model call. So you can reduce 30 to even 50% of token consumption and run the agent much faster. This is particularly good for use cases where you're processing large data sets that needing aggregations, or fairly deterministic tool call sequence that can be represented in code. And if you're interested in learning more, we have this step-by-step examples and tutorials in AI Builder Club about how it works and how you can set things up properly for both programmatic tool call and all the other techniques that we're going to talk about. Meanwhile, we have course and content to cover AI coding, building production agents, and a weekly workshop where industry experts and myself will come and share the latest learnings of building large language model software. And most importantly, we have this community of top AI builders who are building and launching AI products now. So if you want to follow and learn what myself and other builders are reading and learning every day, this is a great place to be. I put the link in the description below so you can join if you're interested. But yeah, this is the first part of programmatic tool call. Next, let's talk about dynamic filtering for web fetch. Dynamic filtering is a subset feature of this programmatic tool call. So Anthropic releases dynamic filtering capability for the web fetch tool. The problem we try to solve is that web fetch tool traditionally dumps a large HTML page into Cloud's context window. But most of those HTML content is irrelevant, and this leads to a lot of wasted token in Cloud's context window and reduced accuracy. And what dynamic filtering do is that it will add a layer in the middle. Instead of returning the full raw HTML, it will run a code that filters out only relevant content and extract only those relevant ones into context window. And from their testing, this dynamic filtering method is able to reduce on average 24% of token consumptions. To activate it, it's also pretty straightforward. You just need to making sure you're pointing to the special version of Web Fetch Tool 2026-0209. You will see in API response, you will automatically see those code execution steps happening in the middle to extract only specific relevant keys. So in the end, it returned back only the relevant content back to large language model. Meanwhile, Anthropic also introduced a tool search concept. So the problem it tries to solve is that the way agents use tools or MCP is not really scalable. Very easily, it loads up a context window in your agent, regardless whether this tool is always needed or not. And this didn't feel very optimal, and also why so many people are dropping the concept of MCP instead of moving towards the skill plus CLI version, because it's just so much more token efficient. However, agent skill is not a complete replacement for MCP, because MCP also comes with a lot of benefits, especially around the type safe, since large language model will know exactly what the input schema is and will try to follow that exact input schema, which you don't really get from the skill plus CLI easily. That's why Anthropic released this tool search concept. What that means is instead of loading up hundreds of tool schema into context window, you just have one tool called tool search tool that can be used to retrieve relevant tools. And that takes only around 500 tokens. So for many scenarios, it can lead to up to around 80% of context window optimization. And the way it works is that you can give your large language model call a tool search tool. And then for each tool MCP, you can start setting this deferred loading data. Once the deferred loading is true, then this tool won't be visible to the agent at default. Instead, large language model can use this tool search tool to retrieve the information dynamically. And in the large language model call response, you will just see some additional steps show up in the middle where you will see it will try to invoke this tool. And this works with MCP as well. For the MCP server, it's actually very flexible. You have this one config called default config. And if you set deferred loading to be true, that means all the tools from this MCP server default won't be visible, but you can set specific actions within this MCP, like search events here, to be deferred loading false, which means only this specific function will be always visible. So this is a really good method if your agent has more than 10 different tools or MCPs, and use this to significantly reduce the amount of token consumptions. And lastly, tool use example. So this is trying to solve another problem that for some of the complex tools, you will find large language model even with MCP, will struggle to know how to use this tool. Think about a tool you might have for customer support called Create Ticket. It has many different properties that agent need to fill in. Even though schema will clearly describe what kind of field need to be put in, but it's not entirely clear how to fill in each field. For example, for due date here, it's not clear which format you want agent to output for due date. And also there might be some correlation between one field to another, like in this escalation, you might have different SLA hours depends on the level field here. And all those things can be probably achieved before by adding more description and prompt to indicate how to use the tool. But now they have a more specific field for you to adding those information in, called input examples. So when you define a tool, you can also pass in an array of examples of how this tool will be called, so it can be used as example for agent to follow. And this is particularly useful for complex nested structure, where valid JSON doesn't imply the correct usage, or your tools have many optional parameters and large language model just keep forgetting or not filling certain optional parameters when it should. In Anthropic's own experimentation, using tool use example can improve accuracy from 72% to 90% on complex parameter handling. So those are a few new use cases and patterns Anthropic released about tool calling that I thought was really exciting and interesting. And again, if you want to learn more, there's step-by-step tutorial in AI Builder Club you can read and follow. And every week, we have weekly workshops to talk through those latest learnings from both myself and industry experts. And if you want to follow and learn what I'm reading every day about this constant changing AI field, this is a great place to be in. I put the link in the description below so you can join if you're interested. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you, and I see you next time.